What's good, Davion Pharaoh? I'm back with a new video about African American scientists, and a lot of them are inventors too. So let me start the video. Starting off the video with my favorite scientist, Jim Gate. He is a scientist and physicist, and he is also a theoretical physicist, and he worked on supergravity and superstring theory. Jim Gate holds the Clark Leadership Chair in Science with the Physics Department at the University of Maryland College of Computer and Mathematical and Natural Science. That's hard. And he really is an amazing scientist. He is my favorite scientist. And I'm gonna do a full video about him. Okay, my second favorite African American scientist is Lonnie Johnson, and he is a scientist, engineer, and nuclear engineer, and inventor, and a businessman, and he created the water gun and the Nerf gun, and that's my favorite childhood toy. And he have a bachelor degree in engineering and a master degree in nuclear engineering, and he was a NASA scientist too. Alright, time to talk about my other favorite scientist, Leland Melvin, and he's my favorite astronaut. Leland Melvin, he is a engineer and scientist who have a bachelor of science degree in chemistry and a master degree in material science engineering, and he went in space 2 times, in 2008 and in 2009, and he retired in 2014. My next Black American scientist astronaut is Bluford, and he is a aerospace engineer, and he is the first Black person to go into space in 1983. The second Black person to go into space is Ronald McNair, my favorite astronaut. Bluford, he went to space 4 times. Both Bluford and Ronald McNair are friends too, and went at the same NASA program at the same time. That's hard. And Bluford's space hours is 688 hours in space. That's amazing. Time for me to talk about my favorite Black American scientist astronaut, the second Black man to go into space, Dr. Ronald McNair, born in South Carolina, and he is a physicist, scientist, and laser physicist, and he have a bachelor degree in physics. And Ronald McNair went to space in 1984, and Ronald McNair have a school named after him, and Dr. Ronald McNair have a park named after him in Brooklyn, New York, to pay homage to him for doing the great things that he did as a scientist and a astronaut in space. One of my favorite Black American scientists, one of the greatest, and he did a lot of amazing stuff, and I love Ronald McNair. And Ronald McNair hours in space is 191 hours in space, and he is the first to play a saxophone in space. That's hard. Okay, my next scientist is Barbara Williams, and she is a astrophysics, and Barbara also a radio astronomer, and she is the first Black woman to get a PhD in astronomy. That's amazing. My next scientist and inventor is Dr. Valerie, and she is a physics scientist and inventor. Valerie invented the illusion transmitter at NASA. It creates 3D image, and she invented 3D movies and TV shows, and her invention is also used in video games. That's hard. And Valerie is my favorite female inventor and scientist. I'm proud to talk about our Black American scientists that made history, that changed the world, and inspired so many other Black Americans to love science. I'm inspired and motivated by us Black Americans doing positive things in life. That's all I have, my brothers and sisters, about our Black American scientists. I'm out. DP.